The J1 bus has just pulled into the downside of Haydown Road. That bus stop has no indication on it of the buses that stop there except for a little cryptic thing saying Hobart. Bus stop 54B. There's no indication here what buses actually stop here at the bus stop. This is on the west side, and it suggested that both the west and east side should be brought to this one's point. But here's the important point. This is now the way you get into the hospital. So that's the walkway which takes you through to the entrance, the main entrance of the hospital. (224) bus. The sign is really dilapidated since we're here last. We can see that it still talks about the 224 bus, which goes from here to Mawson Lakes and Salisbury, but the 500 bus goes to the city and actually turns into buses which go from the city past the Royal Adelaide Hospital to the western suburbs, Mawson Lakes. But that information is not shown there. And the 560 bus terminates at the O-Barn at Tea Tree Plaza, and it goes via Salisbury and Farm. And what's missing from here is the J1 bus. Information used to be there, it's now disappeared. The sign is showing that there's a proposed development for Calvary Private Hospital here at Haydown Road. And you can see the other buildings completed, and this is the Calvary development, and this is the 54B bus stop with the public hospital on the other side of the road. It says that stage 2 they'll construct a walkway bridge from the proposed 3-level hospital over to the Lyell McEwin Hospital, extending over Haydown Road for the transfer of patients and hospital staff only, not for the public. I'm at Haydown Road, Elizabeth Vale, and over on the other side of the road is the Lyell McEwin Hospital, and behind me is the 54B West bus stop, and around the corner further along is the 54B East bus stop. If this was the hospital at Flinders Medical Centre, there'd be a lot more buses coming to this place because a lot more people would be using the buses. The problem at the moment is that the 4 bus routes for the Lyell McEwin Hospital are fragmented and information's incomplete, and you have to hail a bus, and if you're not looking at the right time you'll miss the bus and the bus will go by. Now if we look at the success of the O-Barn bus station and also the Flinders Medical Centre bus station, they've all got toilets at the bus stations. There's no toilet here. Bus stations should be centrally located on one side of the road, and at the Flinders Medical Centre the buses all come round and kiss the stop on one side of the road adjacent to the entrance of the hospital. Here the entrance of the hospital now is through a very narrow passageway through that what is now vacant land, what used to be a park. The other thing to note is the Minister of Transport, Tom Cutchintonis, kindly wrote to me back in February, the 6th of February, saying that I refer to your email of the 3rd of January to the Premier of South Australia about the Lyell McEwin Hospital public transport and bus locations. As the matter you have raised is within my portfolio responsibility, the Premier has asked that I thank you for your correspondence and respond on his behalf. The Department for Infrastructure and Transport, the department, advises the information displayed on the Lyell McEwin Hospital is the responsibility of the South Australian Health. That was to do with their website. It is worth noting the department has recently engaged by the City of Playford to comment on improving the amenity of the stop 54B Haydown Road on the east side. This is now 2 months later and there's no indication of anything being done. As you may be aware, the stop on the western side has recently been upgraded to include 2 new shelters, extending the bus indent and resurfacing of the bus stop and footpath and closed circuit television. Whilst the department acknowledges your comments regarding Lyell McEwin Hospital, whilst the department acknowledges your comments regarding the Flinders Medical Centre, an interchange of that size is not required at the Lyell McEwin Hospital when consideration the number of services is expected and demand. The reason why there's no demand is because there's no service. You cannot get demand unless you're offering a service. You actually have to be entrepreneurial. They're compared to what you get at the Flinders Medical Centre, where the buses all come to one place. This is now Flinders. We're now crossing over the Darlington Road upgrade, coming over the old north-south road. This is the service road for ambulances to the emergency centre. And we'll see there are no bus stops on the other side of Flinders Drive. All the buses come into the Zone A and Zone B. So we have a real-time display here. The G10 bus, which we just arrived on, has just departed, and you can see other buses where they're going to go to.